I have 131 unread books on my bookshelf, and today is episode 4 of me trying to read them all. Recently I read Feybound by Sarah El-Arifi. Where do I even start with this book? It is my new favorite book ever. I genuinely have never been so hooked to a story, to the characters, to a world, the way that I have with Feybound. I was so hooked that when I finished this, I needed to know what happened, so I got the Kindle version of Cursebound, which is the second book in the trilogy, and I finished that in 3 days. I think that says it all. I think that sums up my feelings about this book. But if you want a proper review, then I will say that this book has everything that I could ever want from a book. It has queer relationships, it has loads of diversity, and not just the token 1 or 2 diverse characters, secondary characters that you just never hear of again. The main characters, people you speak about and see all the time. There is so much diversity. There's high stakes. There's quite a few spicy scenes as well, which I really enjoyed. And then there's obviously the classic elves, fae, magic, and all the beautiful things that I love about a fantasy book. Another thing that I will say about this book is that it's so beautifully written. I'm so quick to get bored, especially of descriptive language in books, and Sarah El-Arifi has a way of describing things and of crafting this beautiful world around you that really sucked me in, and it's never happened to me before, which is why this is my new favorite book. Also, another thing that I loved about this book is that quite a few characters use they them pronouns, and it is done so seamlessly and beautifully and naturally, as it should be. And this was a first for me. It was literally the first book that I've ever read where the characters are referred to as they or she they, and I think that that is so beautiful and so inclusive. Since reading this, I have put one of my best friends onto it, and she has also managed to finish it and buy Cursebound. So if you are looking for a fantasy book to completely hook you, then this is 100% it. The only negative thing is that I now have to wait until next year to be able to read the final book of the trilogy, which makes me so sad. I literally think about it every day. Needless to say that this book stays, and it will have a special place on my bookshelf as my new favorite book, and I will be rereading it many times until the 3rd book comes out. Next up, I'm reading Idle Fire by Grace Curtis, so stay tuned for episode 5.